Okay, now I need to decide two colors that are opposite of each other on the color wheel that I can do for my painting. So I don't want you to do any primaries. So yellow is not an option, red is not an option, blue is not an option. Okay. I want you to work on ones that are intermediate colors. So yellow green, yellow orange, red orange, blue green, blue violet, or red violet are okay. Okay? Decide, do I want to do yellow green, red violet? They're opposites, so I'd have to go with both. Do I want to do yellow orange, blue violet? They're opposites of each other. That would be a combination I could do. I could do red orange, blue green. Okay, so those are kind of my, or red violet, yellow green. What do I want to do? I'm going to do red violet, yellow green, because they are opposites on the color wheel. Okay, and this means I'm going to need to mix red violet and yellow green to start. Violet takes blue and red to make violet. Okay, so I'll need to mix this combination first, and green, because these are both secondary colors, we'll need yellow and blue to make this combination. So I'm going to mix violet first, then I'm going to mix green, and once I have those, then I will come back and I will mix yellow green and red violet. Okay, I am just using the lid off of like a 54 container, and I've divided my palette into two sections. So my top section is going to be to mix my red violet, and my lower section is going to be to mix my yellow green. But like we said, I first have to start by mixing this violet first. So I'm going to use equal parts of red and blue to make my violet, and I'm going to kind of just pick up little bits of blue and bring it into my red. I have a little bit of a bump on my plate, which is kind of a pain, but that's okay. We'll work with it. And if I throw a white piece of paper underneath here, I'm going to be able to see my color a little bit better. This is kind of a plum raisin color. This is where our paint is kind of more tricky, because those ratios that I gave you at the beginning, where we had the warm red and the cool red, would be helpful. This red is just really hard to mix a nice purple. If you have your own paints, this would be a great time. If you're trying to get a true violet, there would be no shame in your game to pull out a pre-made purple if you've already got one, or to just try a different brand of paint other than ours, because I'm just never super crazy about what we get with our purple. Then I'm also going to go ahead here and mix my next color, which is going to be my green. My two secondaries. I've got my purple, my green, and my purple that I'm not super crazy about, but I'm going to roll with it because I know I've done with this paint before. That's about as good as it's going to get. So now I'm going to go ahead and start mixing my red violet, which means I need quite a bit of red, and then my violet will get pulled into that, which I'm kind of already heading towards a red violet anyway. So here's my red violet, and now I'm going to mix my yellow green. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit more yellow off to the side here. And this is where you want these two piles of paint to be about as big as your fist, okay? Not a crazy amount, but enough that we can. And I start with my primary and pull a little bit of that secondary color in. So my ratio should be 75 yellow, 25% green. Okay, so I have my colors all mixed up, and hopefully I've mixed enough here that I won't run out. I have my red violet, which I wish was a little bit more pinky red, but that's okay, we're gonna roll with it. And then I've got, if I test it over here on the paper, this is about where I'm at. Kind of a burgundy, but that's okay. Red violet, and then I've got my yellow green mixed. So this is where I'm gonna start. Now, I want you to switch over to your sketchbook